You're watching Escape Adulthood Live, your number one source for long-lasting, fast-acting, physician-approved adultitis relief.
On this episode, we're talking about sandcastles, showing off our new calendar, and urging you not to let your kids grow up to be Dillholes.
Hello, hello, hello. Greetings and salutations. This episode is brought to you by people like Mary Eichmeyer, Katie Nagel, and Pam Larithia. Their membership in the Wonder and Whimsy Society supports us in this work to fight adultitis.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
If you'd like to annihilate the adultitis in your life, learn more about the Wonder and Whimsy Society, or just about our newest offerings, become an insider at escapeadulthood.com/subscribe. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Indeed.
Happy Humpday. And, oh man, I kind of want to go to the beach. I'm hearing all you guys. Good to see everybody here tonight.
Sort of
Why
weird
are we talking
about the beach
this?
in October, but
I know.
It's just.
I had a little sweater on, and then we started talking about the beach, and I'm starting to feel like it's like getting more humid in here. Feels good.
It's good. It's good because
did you turn up the heat?
Yeah, it's up to 95. So
great.
Should
So
be
this
getting
is
a pretty good
awesome.
bill in about a month or so.
So what do we got coming in here?
Well, we are. What do we got? We got people that ask, "What do you want to do? What do you like doing at the beach?"
Yes.
Jumping in the water.
I'm with
building
you, Victoria.
sandcastles, jumping waves,
rock shells.
looking for treasures.
Yep.
Here's a classic: squishing wet sand between my toes.
Yes, I love that, Victoria.
Christy listening to the water.
So peaceful, right?
Yeah, we were talking. Kel said, "I love you say Dillholes. This will be our new phrase. We always strive for that."
Well, okay, Jason writes these little intros, and I'm like, Dillholes? I would not use that word. That is not in my vocabulary. I'm like, is that a bad word?
Sharon wants to know what they are.
Well,
we're gonna
that's
talk about
kind
that.
of what I was wondering. The same thing. I'm like, it obviously insinuates something bad, but Jason thinks he made the word up. Did you really make it up?
I don't know. If I may have made it up, or I may have gotten it somewhere.
Have you heard of it
I'm
before?
not
Did he make it up? Or
claiming
is it just
ownership,
obscure, like jerkhead kind of word, right? I mean,
well, yeah,
is
you
jerkhead a
you
good
definitely don't want your kids
synonym?
to be them.
You don't want them to be a dillhole.
No.
When I say it, I feel like I'm saying a bad word.
Well, that's kind of the point. You don't want that. It's not good.
Okay, Tracy has heard of it.
Before.
All right, so it's officially a word. She's a teacher. That maybe she knows more about this than we.
She works with middle schoolers. She probably
or
knows.
High schoolers. Is it middle school or high school?
I thought it was younger kids, but I could be
No,
wrong. Either way,
Dillholes might be present.
That's the target market. But anyway, we got a good show today. We're very excited about some of the stuff we have to talk about. Some of the things we're going to reveal and show off and have some fun with. But what?
Christy, I love that. It reminds her of the song "Mama, Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be a Cowboy."
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where we're.
Just insert Dillholes.
That's where we're going.
It's a new song.
With. Cowboys, I'm fine if any of our kids want to be cowboys.
Are you?
Yeah, or cowgirls.
I think we got cowgirls on our hands for sure.
I think they already are.
I know.
I see this for sure. But we wanted to at the top of the show do a little housekeeping announcement, let you know that the next 2 weeks we will be on a little bit of a hiatus for our show. We will
not be on set.
We won't be on set. We may be able to check in, but
based on Wi-Fi, we're not promising anything, but we're gonna try. So next week at 7:45 Central Time, we will try to see if Wi-Fi is playing nice. We're gonna be off. We're not gonna be here on the set.
Yeah, we're gonna be. We're taking a little bit of a break. It's been a little bit of a haul this year, I guess. We haven't had very much vacation. We're planning a vacation. In 2022, still feels a long way off, but we're hoping to get back into our traveling ways that we so rudely were interrupted from COVID.
No one can relate to this.
No,
this is
but tonight's tonight, and we've got a good show tonight. In fact, I've been working on a new thing that you stumbled upon just this morning. This video was shot, correct?
Oh, yes.
3 years ago?
Yes. I thought you were talking about something else. I'm like, I don't know anything about that. Yes.
Little sneak peek.
Yes. You're going to love this. Oh, my gosh. I would say 60% of you are going to go crazy. The other 40% are going to be like...
I have no idea what that is.
So, here we go. right, we're back in the studio, and I have to say I'm pretty excited that Jason's back doing some little people pop culture things. Take a look at this. This is a huge beloved show right now. Just you may have heard of it, Ted Lasso. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. I mean, this means nothing to those of you who have not caught up with Ted Lasso, but I'm sure you've been hearing all the award buzz. But tell us what you got going here.
Yeah, well, Emmy-winning, award-winning show. Kim and I have been in love with it, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a montage of some of the notable characters. So this is done on watercolor paper. I'm not sure if I've talked about this before, but what I do is I run this underwater to get it completely soaking wet, and then that expands the fibers and stretches the paper, and then I staple it along the edges so that when it dries, it's tight. And that helps when I'm actually putting the watercolor on to keep it from getting all buckled and warped. So that's one of the first steps. But if you look up here, you can see I have a sketchbook, which is where I start this real quick, just to get a gauge of the characters. Obviously, there's not a lot to work with. There's no legs, there's no arms. The facial features are very restricted in what I am able to do. And so that's part of my favorite thing, is to try to figure out how to capture that character, the essence, in so few lines in such a small way. So this drawing is pretty much done. I can't wait to move on to the color next with watercolor and colored pencil, but hopefully it's going to turn out good, and it's been a lot of fun to work on so far.
He nailed it, right? I mean, the first character, football is life.
Football is life. Jen says, such an amazing show, my happy place. Yeah, we started, and Paul asked if it's just on Apple TV. Yes, it is on Apple TV. Yeah, we love it. It was such. I think what made it such a big hit is that it was this balm of positivity. During the year, we've obviously had a year and a half of just terrible COVID stuff, and something about the show, the character Ted Lasso, Jason Sudeikis does such a good job, but all of the characters have such depth to them, right, that I think is really cool, and it's laugh out loud funny. You're either laughing or crying. And is it the same makers as Scrubs? Is that what you've told me? Yeah, the head writer of Scrubs. So this is going to date us, Bill Mitchell, but when we first got married, we watched Scrubs pretty religiously. And if you remember that show, if you watched it, who was the main guy in that? Zach Braff. Zach Braff, yes. JD. They had this whole like funny and heartwarming thing going, and I think they've taken it to a next level for today's generation in Ted Lasso, where it is both funny and heartwarming. And Bill Lawrence, that's his name. Okay, so that's a magical combination, and for like a 25 kind of minute show to be able to do all that, you're just like, what just happened? So anyway, we're not, sponsors of the show or whatever, and it is R-rated, so do not watch this with your kids. It is definitely for adults only. Yeah, but mostly language, but yeah, there's some other stuff. Yeah. So don't sit down with the kids. Watch it first for sure, even with your, Roy Kent filter on it. But I'm hoping to have that. So I don't know that we've made an official announcement, but we're going to be doing a little thing called Gallery Night again this year in November. And there's a very good chance that one, when it is finished, will be one of the very few originals that are auctionable. Right. Is that Ted Lasso. So you got to get going on that. So. You got to paint all that? Yep. All right. Yep. Let's see if you can get it done. Gotta get going on it. Get her done. Get her done.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Yes. All right, you guys. It is here. It is here. It is here. It is here.
Of course, our Wonder Whimsy Society members are like,
no, duh.
Been there, done that, got it in the mail, right?
Yeah. Wonder and Whimsy Society members actually received 2 calendars. Mm-hmm. One for one for home, one for work, or one for themselves, and one to share with a friend. With the hybrid mentality, that could definitely be the case. This is one of my favorites. That one hangs in our library. This is a brand new one. This is a brand new painting.
Brand new.
I believe this is the first public display of this one.
Seriously?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. We haven't done like a studio sneak peek or anything on that?
I don't know.
This one's in our great room. This one, I don't know where the original is.
Duck, Duck, Goose. I think that got sold.
Maybe one of you own it. This one's in our foyer. If you come to our house, you'll see all the originals. This one's in our great room. This one's right over there, right? Right around the corner. Yep. Mm-hmm. This one's in Rose's room because she's in this, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Fun fact, that was the first human being that I ever painted in an oil painting.
Oil paintings. Yep. And this one, I don't
know if
you've officially shown that either.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that would turn out really cool.
My dad liked that one.
Mm-hmm. The colors are just amazing in that one. This one hangs in our great room. And foyer. It's kind of fun to over the fireplace. Got to show a shark lover today, that one. That was kind of fun. She liked that. And who's that guy? I don't know.
Lame.
But these are some of the beloved animal paintings, you guys. So what did you call this? Like a zoo edition?
Well, it's from my series Life's a Zoo. So I've got a bunch of animal paintings that I've done. And I think one of the things I love about animals, painting animals, that I've done a lot of recently is that anyone can put themselves in it. So you don't get caught up in gender necessarily, or race, or religious background, or whatever. It's like you see an eagle on the wall that's angry, and you're like, I know what that feels like, right?
Yes.
So I think that's what I like about it, is we can kind of put ourselves in their paws, their fins, their scales, and maybe learn something about it. But of course, those of you who don't know, the Celebrate Everything calendar, the reason we call it that is because every single day has a legit, real holiday.
So put in your birthday. If you're in the comments, put in your birthday, and I'll read off your holiday. You may already know if you're Wonder Whimsy. But by the way, Mary says that she owns Duck Duck Goose. So
okay.
I don't remember that, but I believe you.
She has so many of the originals.
She's the Minnesota Museum of Jason Kotecki art is at her house.
It's undeniably the only house in the world that has more original art than this house.
Right.
Is there.
Mary's house.
Yep.
Okay, September 10th, which makes sense because I remember Tracy. We just wished you happy birthday. Oh, Alpaca Day.
Oh, so good. So lucky.
We have heard if you're going to get an alpaca or a llama, choose an alpaca because they are so much nicer. Just so.
There you go.
There you go,
Fun
Tracy.
fact.
All right, what else you got?
Kelsey's got March 19th.
Ooh, that's close to my birthday. March 19th is National Corn Dog Day.
You know what Kelsey's going to be doing on that day? Stuffing her face with corn dogs.
Does anyone hate a corn dog? Come on. But at least not at a fair, right?
Well, how about Mary Beth Updike says October 14th?
Ooh, hers is coming. Wait, hers is really coming up. Whoa. Okay, all right.
This is for next year. They're not necessarily the same.
Mary Beth, dessert day. Your birthday is dessert day?
And since you will probably already have cake or something like that, you need to go above and beyond. So I will fully expect that.
And the 21st is the International Day of the Nacho. So that's pretty sweet.
It's good.
That's
How
good
about
for the Tracy's,
Deb
right?
with June 20th?
June
Got that?
20th. All right. Here we go. Uh-oh, that's May. June 20th is Ice Cream Soda Day. So that's kind of fun.
Ben is always mad because his is on the same day. He's got the same holiday. And he wants me to just make up holidays. And I'm like, no, Ben, these are Jenna researches these.
These are legit holidays. These are just made up. So Ben's is stay at home because you are well day. He kind of likes to go out on his birthday, so he always kind of feels conflicted there.
He doesn't realize what a great holiday that is. Stay at home because you're well day.
This is a confusing concept.
How about Heather, December 27th?
Ooh, okay. She's really close to the big day there. Ooh, fruitcake day. Hope you love that interesting dessert.
Well,
is it a dessert?
Even if you don't, you could throw it off a roof.
Yeah.
You could do something fun with it.
You could burn it. Hit it with a baseball bat.
I wouldn't burn it. It's toxic.
Plumber.
You could get cancer.
So
anyway, that is the new calendar. They're now available at the Lemonade Stand. You go to escapeadulthood.com. By the way,
they're more soft than usual.
Well, this year we changed the paper a little bit. Last year I wanted it a little bit crisper. And so
graphic.
Well, the paper itself
Yes.
is satin. And so it's a little...
The resolution's a little
slightly
tighter.
glossier, but it still was important for me that you could still write on it. So I didn't want it to be super glossy, but I really like how it turned out. And
I got Tom to laugh. Yay, victory.
And okay, so they sell for $25, but if you buy 2 or more, they go down to $20. And what's amazing is if you get 20 or more, they go all the way down to $10.
Yes.
So for $200, you can have 20 presents done.
Check.
It
and
could
be like, hey, I know this artist.
client appreciation. We have ironically we have a place here in Sheboygan. Even before we moved here, a dental orthodontist that would buy them for their dental office. So now we've gone to a dentist and we've gone to two dentists and an orthodontist. All 3 of them had calendars in their office. So.
But here's a cool thing to do if you want to give these as gifts. You look, you connect who you're giving the gift to with their birthday, and then give them a little tchotchke. So if it's Ho-Ho Day, you just get a box of Ho-Hos, put it with the calendar. All of a sudden, it's the most thoughtful gift ever. So there's a freebie for you.
And also,
I did not think of this, by the way.
Also, the other thing you can do is you can run a little fundraising program for your favorite group.
I don't know if Miss Amy's on tonight.
As few as 20, you sell them for $20 or $25. You make $15 or $10 a calendar. It's pretty sweet.
Whenever you can make a 50% markup on fundraising, that's a win.
Disclaimer though, we print a limited number. We only have I think 3,500 this year. It's a little bit slightly up from last year, but they always sell out. So do not delay if you're interested in getting one before the new year. This is the way to do it every day.
Says, I always say, hey, I know this artist. Yeah, leverage that, right? It makes even more personal gift, right?
Cool.
So, all right, thanks for checking it out.
EscapeAdulthood.com/calendar.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
I know a guy who claims that his family is the most important thing in his life. He'd also brag about spending 300 days a year on the road as a speaker. Now, I don't know how many hours one needs to spend with one's loved ones to register as enough, but by my calculations, the math here doesn't quite add up. Why is the person who works 60-hour weeks, spends 200 days on the road, sits on 3 charitable boards applauded when they say that family is the most important thing? But another person who quits the rat race to stay home and spend more time with their family is seen as an underachiever, not living up to potential. These are questions I wrestle with often. I want to make a gigantic impact on the world. I literally want to make a positive difference in the lives of 1 billion people. It's what's driven me since the first day I started this company. I want it more than anything. Well, almost more than anything, it turns out. See, a few years back, Kim and I were set to scale our business to the next level. We discussed plans for adding more people and initiating new projects, all with the goal of broadening our reach. Business was good, but we were set on making it bigger. And then, after an exceptionally busy stretch when I was away from home, we nearly hit a breaking point. The combined effort of running a household, managing a business, taking care of 3 young kids, homeschooling, and trying to take on new initiatives designed to grow our business proved to be just too much. We were hit with the reality that we were not superhuman after all, and so we had to make some tough choices. It became clear that our kids were not getting our best. They were getting sloppy seconds or even thirds. In the end, we decided that quality time with our family was actually more important to us than changing the world. We reminded ourselves that we're in this unique season of life, and although it seems like it when the days are long, our kids will in fact not be this young independent forever. We ultimately decided that even if we made an impact in the lives of 1 billion people, but our kids turned out to be Dillholes, we will have failed. Now, we didn't abandon the business, we scaled back how much time we gave it by working smarter, postponing some projects, and ditching the parts that took too much time for too little a return. Interestingly, since we made that decision, our business exploded, as had the time we spent together as a family. This isn't always easy. Like I said, the inner drive to reach more people is pretty strong in me. I'm in constant fear that I'm not living up to my potential, that I should be doing more, that the work we do is so great that more people should know about it. Some days putting my hours where my mouth is in order to spend more time with my family feels a lot like giving up on a dream. But I only have 24 hours a day, just like you. Contrary to popular belief, you can't do it all. Not well, at least. And saying that family is my number one priority is not the same as proving it with my actions. In our society, this choice is not as commonplace, sexy, exciting, lucrative, or socially acceptable as sticking to our original plan of pushing, striving, and growing while maintaining the facade that we're balancing it all. Kids don't give us standing ovations, raises, or fancy gold-plated plaques. I spent last Friday, a day I could have been working on the next big thing, with my kids at the library. And we read Chronicles of Narnia and learned how to make bow tie pasta. When all is said and done, maybe I'll regret prioritizing time with my kids over striving for a bigger impact with my work. I have come to the conclusion that I will regret it more if I don't. The world is all stocked up on Dillholes. True statement.
It is a true statement. Yes. Yeah. This is a conversation we have how many times a week? We often do walks. That's one of our big things as a couple. The kids are not old enough where we're not pushing strollers and we can tell them, be safe until we get home. So we walk around the neighborhood, whatnot. And that's usually the core of our conversation is what you're talking about tonight.
Yeah. Well, I remember, I don't know if you remember it, but I remember very specifically being in the car on a drive and this light bulb moment that like reaching 1 billion people, reaching 100 million people, reaching 1,000 people, like is great. But literally, if we do all of that and our kids turn out to be jerks, that was a waste.
Right.
And we're the ones in charge of that. I know Wendy, I think I saw said you'll never regret that time with them. It's so true. I know that, right? We know that. But
right.
Again, society is so big. The pressure is so strong on, just advance and get more
right,
and
faster.
Raises and accolades and all that kind of stuff. And
so Paul's asking, what is a dill hole? I mean, Jenna's putting up an Urban Dictionary definition link, but without going to it, how would you define it?
I'd probably not even want to go to that link because I don't really want to know what it means.
What does it really mean?
What's an idiot?
Yeah.
It's like an idiot. Like
selfish.
Someone who is not a good person in society. We have a lot of people who are, and frankly, a lot of the problems we have in society are because people didn't really have good family lives, didn't have good parents that paid attention, parents that cared. They're too busy. Right. And I think the generation we grew up in, and it just, the world is different. And I think people are more selfish than ever, and makes it even more challenging to really put first things first, which, I'm not going to lie. We don't hit it out of the park every single time. Like you said, it's a constant, we're constantly rechecking. That's part of the reason why we're taking a little break from the show. And frankly, I didn't want to, because I feel obligated for you that are here, the ones who watch the replay, the ones who are live. Like, I know that you've told us, like, these shows mean a lot to you, and that means a lot to me, that it matters. And so I don't take it lightly to just willy-nilly take off. At the same token, I know every single one of you are like, yes, please take time off and do that. That's important. But it's a struggle that we talk about a lot. So
yes. Well, it was good. It was a good conversation.
Yep.
Hey, are we gonna draw? Can we draw?
Let's try. All right.
Boy, that was suspenseful. I wasn't sure if he was going to say yes or no, you guys.
Keep them on their toes. All right, so we're going to do something. This is going to be kind of a fun one because even though we'll take you step by step through a drawing, and I hope you'll join along. Grab something to draw with, something to draw on, back of an envelope, ballpoint pen, doesn't matter. And I'm going to take you step by step through this, but this is a thing where you could do multiple drawings with just this one little shape. And I'm gonna show you this shape real quick. It's sort of like I don't know what you'd call it. What would you call this shape, Kim? Like a thimble, right?
Yes,
a thimble. It's like a staple, an N, an upside down U, whatever you want to call it. So basically I'm going to draw a series of those. I'm going to erase this one for right now. But I'm going to draw a series of this basic shape. And I'm going to draw 3. And I'm going to stagger them out a little bit here. And again, the placement on these is really not that important.
Okay.
But what you can do then is we're gonna put little wings on the bottom of each. Okay.
You know what this reminds me of now is those things that you do croquet.
Oh, like wickets?
Yeah.
Is that what they call them? Wickets, maybe?
But obviously that doesn't make sense because the things would be down to the ground. But for some reason they kind of remind me of that.
All right, and then so we're gonna now continue this sort of shape. So if you see this, I'm gonna draw lines down here, and now we almost have this very similar shape. Like they're stacked up on top of each other here, right?
I think Paul is wondering if it's a dill hole.
It's not a dill hole.
I think Paul likes this word.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Kara. It's his new favorite word of the week. There. Okay, then we're gonna do the wings out again, but only on these top 2, and then we're gonna bring down that. It's kind of like steps in a way, right?
Yeah.
And basically, what we're doing is we're gonna draw. Let's see. This might kind of pull it together.
I think
Kara
called it.
Oh yeah, Kara's already got it good, so I don't have to try to pretend that we don't know. So then I'm going to draw like a little sandcastle here with these little up and down, right? This everyone knows this is sort of the universal
sandcastle
top of the wall thing. And then down here we can do is so these are basically what we just drew is almost like buckets or solo cups stacked, right? And so you could draw a sandcastle that has 10 of these towers. But you see we've got this one in the front that we're gonna the smaller one is like the front one. So we're gonna kind of stack it, and we're just gonna kind of draw the sand in here, and it could be a little clumpy or whatever. But then you can kind of see there we've already got some depth going in here, right? And so then I'm gonna draw some windows in here. And again, you can make the windows whatever shape you want, whatever size you want, however many you want. Give it more of this castle look. And of course, it feels like there always needs to be like a little stick and a flag.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm going to actually put 2 on here. Lines and triangles, right? Now, to give it the sand sort of texture, what I like to do is just draw little dots. Now, you don't have to go overboard and do it over the entire thing. I'll kind of do it in the area that maybe is a little bit shaded, so it kind of gives you a sense of shading as well as the texture, right?
See,
and I might put some random ones here.
Takes some art confidence, because I would have done the whole thing.
And you can.
Okay.
You can. It's not.
But it looks fine without doing the whole thing.
Yeah,
so I find that interesting.
The one thing, like this style of drawing that I do in these are very cartoon-like, and part of drawing a cartoon or a comic is simplifying things. Mm-hmm. And so it's not about putting in every single detail; it's giving the impression of what's going on here. Mm-hmm. Now, that's pretty much it. I accidentally put that in the wrong. The color where the line is and the line where the color, but that's okay. It's a happy accident.
As if we know what that means.
Right.
We do not.
Doesn't matter. It's just different layers. All right, now I'm gonna color this in here.
It's funny if you like laugh as if we all should get it. And we're like,
oh, you guys, hijinks, hijinks.
Oh boy, we got some good little jokes going here. Let's see. Well, first of all, Jennifer Tackett says that their word has been inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
That's such a good word. And you have to have watched Princess Bride, right? Like recently. Is that how this happened?
That is, right?
Because there's no way you had just brought that word into your vocabulary without that movie, right?
One of the things I like to say recently, and I don't know where we first heard this, but it cracks me up, is the word, it's unknowable. And I use it in the context of something that is clearly knowable. It's like if Kim asks a question of like,
It's true.
how many miles do we have to go to will it take to get there? And I'm like, it's unknowable. And that's just kind of a fun thing.
The other thing that sometimes you'll do that makes me laugh like that unexpectedly is it'll be like a number, and then you'll say like, what do you say? That's the year I was born or something like that?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
We stole that from Kyle Sheely.
Kyle Sheely. The other one I
Yeah.
stole from him is A Story of My Life. And you say that when it's clearly impossible for you to be a story of your life. So like Kim would say like for all 3 of my pregnancies was I just wanted to have pickles, and I'd be like, story of my life. So yeah, that's a shout out to Kyle Sheely. We got to get him on. We've interviewed a few times, but not in the most recent installment of the show.
Yes, we have.
Oh yeah, he did.
I
Yeah,
was
that's
gonna
right.
say,
The children's book. That's
yes,
right.
the pizza.
Cool. Now I can
The
say
pizza.
go back to the archive. He
Mhm.
wrote children's book about pizza with a guy named Andy Pizza.
Andy Pizza, right.
All right, now you always like the thing about the little small things you can do to take it to the next level, right?
Mhm, yeah.
So in this case, again, this may or may not work depending on what media you're using, but in this case, I'm using color. This is digital. This is an app called Procreate on my iPad. So I might take a lighter color, almost like a white or a really light color, and then I'll do dots on this side. And it gives it even more of a sand texture, right?
Yeah, it changes it with the white.
You know, because when you look at sand up close, it's got a lot of different colors, like browns and, you know. And then I might take a medium color and then do the same thing that you could do. And actually, you could actually have some fun with it and get some more colors in there. So this is like more of an orangey color.
They've got like all these cool words they're putting in the comments. I like this. This episode was very educational.
Yeah.
Most of the words I can't read from this far away because there's a lot of letters in especially Rich's. Rich, I'm gonna have like my eyes are starting to get to that point where I'm like, I don't know if I can read that without squinting and going closer.
All right.
Same with Steven. He's putting up a word there.
Get a little yeah, well, that's good for the live people that can read all of these, because I can, and I've never heard of any of these words, hardly.
It's such a smart group tonight.
Yes. Okay, so there's basically, that's our thing now.
I love it.
The other
That's
thing
cute.
I might do is go with a little bit of a darker, like in the background areas. That's a bit
little
almost
shadow.
too dark, but add some shadows back here. So you kind of get things that are usually farther away,
Yeah.
be a little bit darker.
Yeah, Jennifer was talking about the depth that you're bringing in with the different.
Yeah, and again, I might
colors
make
and stuff. Ooh, another shadow.
little shadows on the one side here. But again, I really would love to see your drawings, because I would love to see you kind of like do your own version of the castle and make it different shapes and different sizes. But
Brenda would
there you
like
go.
some seagull poop.
Seagull poop. Well, that's what I want to see from you, Brenda. I want to see your rendition of seagull
By the way,
poop.
this whole time I've been playing with Pokey. Those of you who are old school in our brand and work. I don't know why he's on the table today. Was he here
I
for a
have
reason?
no idea.
I don't either. Pokey showed up, guys. I have no idea why he's here.
He's here. Let's see. We've got a
This
little
is so
assortment.
cute.
Oh shoot! I forgot. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up.
The meme?
No, not the meme. That's later, but I'll show you in a second. So we got a really good one here, Jennifer, from last week of the pajamas, and I love the little.
I told her I want
little
this-
pants.
I want those slippers. I want those pants.
Those little pants
right?
remind me
They're
of
so cute.
goldfish crackers.
They do.
I'm suddenly
Cute
very
little
hungry.
hearts. I know.
Steven sent this along with the drums, kind of a combination.
Little mashup.
I have absolutely no idea what the reference is here. He had a couple
It's
things
got to
going
be a
on.
movie because he's a big movie buff.
He is, and
So
he's
tell us,
very
Steven.
into
Tell us.
the nerdy stuff, which I think of myself as pretty nerdy, but I think there might be there was something else in here that kind of got cut off. That was a Monty Python reference.
Yes.
So maybe it was that. But anyway, he's always coming up with some clever things. And then Martha, this is from way
so
back.
cute,
this
Martha.
little
He got buried.
monkey circus.
Look at I love he looks like he's like moving. She really got that.
Yeah.
She nailed it. Yeah.
Okay. And then, so this is the one that Mike sent us that's actually animated. And I meant to put it up. So it's not animated right there. I'm going to see if I drop this in here, if it will actually do it. So we're doing this live.
This is live stuff. Oh, sweet.
Oh, there it is. So you, well, I don't know if they can hear. I think you can hear me right now. Maybe. At least you can get the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love you. So don't be afraid. True colors, yeah.
Oh,
So it's not
Mike.
Exactly. It's kind of all cut off and wonky.
Mike
but
has taken.
he sends us
art up.
animated things every once in a while.
He is like going all digital with this in a cool way. So very cool. Mike.
I wanted to show that off. I forgot to make its own slide.
Right?
But,
He's getting the love because that's pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet. I always love when he sends things along. So please send us your sandcastles. I want to see how they turn out. Unicorn poop or no. Send it to kj@escapeadulthood.com. That email, did I say unicorn?
Yeah.
Seagull. I meant seagull. Oh, unicorn. That's fine. That's cool. And send them to kj@escapeadulthood.com. That email goes to both of us, so we both get to see them as they come in. All right, here's your meme of the week.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Just moments after Noah abandoned the ark. I don't know how well you can see this, but there is a Halloween store that has moved in. You know, every time, doesn't matter, something goes under, boom.
That Halloween
The
store
Halloween
goes up
costume
overnight.
store
You're like,
pops
what?
in.
There's a Halloween store there now? Perfect. We'll have to go in.
They're the only place that invented pop-up shops in giant stores.
And it happens overnight. And here's the other thing. Does anyone else think this about this Halloween store? Is it always the same brand? I don't know. I don't even know. But I always think that the costumes should be a little bit cheaper because of the pop-up style. You go in there and you're like, jeez.
That building was abandoned. There's no way you're paying rent on that thing because it would be abandoned. It's going to be abandoned as soon as November 1st hits.
Right?
It's gone. Because that's the other thing. Then it's like, poof, all the costumes are gone.
Oh, I think
They're
November 1st
gone.
at midnight, they're just switching this over.
It disappears.
It's magic.
All right. Well, this week we wanted to do a little shout out to Melissa Lefevre, who was our Adultitis Fighter of the Month for September. I realize we're in October now, but we had some busy interviews. So if you didn't get a chance to watch the interviews the last couple of weeks, we had Jeff Savilico, who was he's a Las Vegas headliner, and he was so good, so vulnerable, telling us like his story and what he took to get to where he's at. It was very inspiring for anyone who has a dream. And then the week before that was Mark Schulman, who is the drummer for Pink. You may have heard of her before. And he had such great energy and enthusiasm and some great things to share as well. We've got another interview in the works coming soon, before the end of the year. And I'm excited. I don't want to reveal that until I know for sure that we have her scheduled in. We're still working on the details, but we have at least one more really good interview before Christmas, so stay tuned to that.
I agree with Elle. She says, Lefevre, what a cool last name. I know, right?
Sometimes I just get the Lefevre, and the only prescription.
Where's our cowbell?
The only prescription is right over there.
Oh,
is
so far away.
More cowbell.
More cowbell. I can see you, cowbell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway,
all right,
Melissa,
we're getting a little distracted here.
Here's Melissa right here. We asked Melissa what are some of her favorite ways to fight adultitis. And I like this. I think this is a neat wrinkle for some of us. I do like to plan ahead. So immediately you read that and you're like, oh, it's adultitis planning. But I love this because it's to avoid stress and increase the chances of fun. Adultitis can't strike when all of its fears and concerns are null and void.
Good point.
Like keeping a stocked bag of extra clothes in the car in case there's an opportunity to have messy fun when out and about.
That's awesome.
Reminds me of a Wonder and Whimsy Society member, Kim, who keeps a kite. Different Kim.
Yeah.
Not everything is about you. All right? Sheesh.
I wonder why you didn't say her last name. Can you say her last name?
Yeah, Kim Stanfield McMillan.
Yeah, she's got a kite in her car at all times.
Can we continue?
We love that about you, Kim. And we love that your name is Kim because that's a great name.
What else did Melissa say about things?
Well, Melissa. All right. So it says, who or what has been your greatest influence in your own fight?
We didn't even finish that part yet.
That's okay. I'll go back to that. She said, my husband and my children. We try and keep up the laughs and share them with others, which I've seen some of their hijinks. It's very fun.
There's some hijinks right there.
Oh, look at these teeth. Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, so going back to the in-the-go moments, she said, my in-the-moment go-to solution at home is spontaneous kitchen dance parties, playing fun music, going outside and looking for something new to see, and watching short, funny videos. Those small acts tend to get me off the path of adultitis-ridden thinking. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, want to do the last one there?
Oh, thank you. Can I participate? That'd be great. That's really cool.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
What advice do you have for someone who is feeling overwhelmed by adultitis? Baby steps. Not every day is going to be all sunshine and pancakes, which I love that phrase.
Sunshine and pancakes.
It's a little bit of work to carve a space where there are still smiles and silliness among all of the messages that adult life is supposed to be filled with stress and negativity about routine things. From all of those Dillholes who spread those messages.
That one's for you, Paul.
That was
just for you.
She didn't say that. I added that in.
She did it? Oh.
No, but it would have been pretty great if she did that. This whole show would have come together brilliantly, but no, that didn't happen.
That's okay.
So Melissa, thank you.
So
She's been around for a long time.
Yes, she has.
So
she participated in the Red Box
Escape Lab,
which some of you, what was that? I mean, Lucy was very little.
Basically the precursor to the Wonder and Whimsy Society.
I'm sure that was like 2010 or something crazy, maybe 11 or 12.
Idea.
So,
no idea.
Thank you, Melissa, for shining so bright. We see your light and we are inspired by it.
Yes, we are. Great. It's great to have such a community of awesome people that inspire us all the time, and I'm excited. I'm excited about what this group. We keep growing. Mm-hmm. We are so blessed to be part of this community, and as part of that, we like to give things away. We like to do giveaways, and it's that time for a giveaway. I wish we had something comfortable to give away. We do!
We do! And it is so soft, and it could really be put towards a new calendar, couldn't it?
It could.
Gift card. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying, if you need one, this could help. Yeah. So how did they win it?
Well, all you have to do to win, of course, you have to be present to win. You have to be watching the live show. But Jenna does edit these together because you guys come up with some really good answers to these questions. They're kind of fun to rewatch. Mm-hmm. But tonight's question is, what would be the best part of living in a sandcastle?
Ooh.
Best part of living in a sandcastle, like a full-size, your house was a sandcastle. Clearly, there's probably some not so great things either, but focus on the positive.
I know, the adultitis side of me is like,
hurricane-proof, but
sand everywhere. But don't go there. Don't go there. Go to the fun, whimsical, wonder-filled side of sandcastle living.
Yes. So what do we got?
What if Chip and JoJo can help with some of that? Like
yeah. Well, here we go. Beachfront property.
Hey,
right
I love it,
I like
Julie. That was so quick. She's like,
pretty good. Martha getting a new house after every high tide.
Oh, that's good.
Victoria says, so easy to redecorate.
It's true.
Right?
Start fresh.
Kara also thought that. And then Mary said easy to remodel.
Yeah.
So thinking along the same lines. I love that.
Yeah.
Lola. Hey, Lola. Being by the beach or lake.
We're with you.
Yep.
Love it.
View. The view.
So
Ellen.
pretty, Ellen. Yep.
You can always change it to suit your needs. That's right. Additions are pretty easy. You're not allowed to say that. How about beach hair all the time?
Oh, beach hair don't care, right?
Beach, please. Living at the beach.
Are these coasters are we reading at the
Wendy's best part just being there. And again, Judy being on the beach. Of course.
Amen.
Ooh, I like this creative little wrinkle. Not having to wipe your feet. Yeah, it's like that's one of the annoying things about going to the beach is that you track sand everywhere.
Right.
But if you actually live there, no worries. Hakuna Matata.
All the time, right?
Kelsey, hearing the waves.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Do love that. What does Tracy say? I would love to be. I would be able to wear a sand crown as the princess or queen of the castle.
Hey. And that picture, she has a hat on, that is very on brand for you.
Yes. Helen, listening to the ocean.
Love it.
Christy, easy and cheap to add on to, right?
That's a good point. No permits with contractors.
Ready-made sandpaper. How about Dorothy having sandwiches?
Oh.
Nice. It's quality.
Very punny.
It's quality.
Very punny. How did Steven not get that one? No offense, Steven, but that's your material right there. Are you and Dorothy texting back
Jane,
and forth?
easy access to sunshine.
Right? Bring it on.
Using only a shovel to completely redecorate each room. Yeah, you don't have to go to Home Depot and get all this stuff.
Right? That would be nice, Krista.
Excuse me. Falling asleep to the sounds of water every night. Ellen says, Bill says no shortage of building materials.
Oh, welcome to 2021, right?
Yeah. Cheap rent.
Nice.
Cheap rent. How about riding the seahorses?
Oh, they're so cute.
I
like it. This really puts me in a beachy mood.
Great neighbors, fish, crabs, jellyfish. Well, I kind of figure it's like a little bit of a way to extend summer just for a little bit, just for like 45 minutes. Made by loving little hands. That's pretty rad. Let's see, any other good? All these are good.
Mermaids.
Mermaids, pet sand dollars. Oh, here we go. Kitty litter box, anywhere you need it. Oh boy, good stuff.
Handy.
Good stuff. Very good. Thank you guys. We will we'll pick a winner at the end of the show. Last week's winner was who? I think I wrote it down. Judy Howard.
Yes,
was
Judy was on
week.
tonight. Yes.
So yeah.
And Jane said she got her umbrella from the Wonder Whimsy prize that she won.
Oh, yeah.
She was the winner of the umbrella. Thanks for your patience.
That's cool.
All those who got those prizes got them kind of late. So thank you. Hopefully, Kelsey, if yours hasn't shown up yet, it should be any day now. So that's exciting.
How about this? The guests you could have. You could have SpongeBob over.
What?
Flipper.
Right? Jaws.
Oh man, I went to show the kids the trailer to the original Jaws. Ben started crying. We didn't get past the dun dun. Like there was no shot of a shark.
Kind of screaming.
Yeah. I mean,
so that's a thing.
I didn't want to be the bad dad of the year award, but
I think he kind of feels like you already have it for just even bringing him that close to the edge.
Apparently. So
well, we'll put a vote out.
Who knew? All right, you guys. Thanks for playing with us tonight. Again, reminder: next week will not be a normal show. We may or may not be able to jump on at 7:45 in our normal time. If we do, it'll be really short. Just check in, say hi.
But Mary said it well earlier. She said, "Good night for replays." So if you've missed, it's kind of hard to believe that someone would have watched all 69 shows, and we had a bunch of coffee chats before that. They're all available on YouTube, by the way. So feel free to go back to something or check out something or just do a bunch of Let's Draws and send them over to us so we can see them. So.
Yes, and don't forget about the calendar. Get them while they're hot.
Yep.
All right, enough bad jokes for one day. That's plenty. Thank you guys for joining us. That is it for this show. Until next time, Adultitis Fighters.
Shine on, spread whimsy, be awesome.